Who is a Hebrew woman? This phrase has led to the deaths of many mothers and their babies, simply because this phrase has been incorrectly used to state that women have to have a natural and safe delivery, which is okay. I'm not disputing that. But sometimes this phrase has been used to shame people that gave birth through Caesarean section, simply because people misunderstood the actual meaning of this phrase in the book of Exodus, where the two midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, disobeyed Pharaoh, who instructed them to kill any male born of Hebrew, because Pharaoh wanted to reduce the population of the Israelites. But these midwives disobeyed Pharaoh because they are obedient and loyal to God, by telling Pharaoh that before they could arrive to the location of delivery of the Hebrew women, they must have delivered and sneaked their babies away in order to protect the male borns of Hebrew, that is Israelites. Okay, let us put it this way. Even if this story was true, that the Hebrew women delivered truly before the midwives arrived and sneaked their babies away, and you want to apply this situation currently in this present time, when you must have gone to the hospital during your antenatal and you have been told that your pelvis, that is your hip bone, is constricted, that you can't give birth naturally through your vagina, and that the only option is through Caesarean section, allow your religious advocates, which can be a reverend or pastor or evangelist, to brainwash you, believing that you have to give birth like the Hebrew women. Meanwhile, you have been diagnosed of a constricted pelvis. That is, your pelvis is too constricted that your baby can't pass through it. Apart from constricted pelvis, you might be diagnosed of another condition. Now you insist that you give birth like a Hebrew woman. Please listen and listen carefully. If for any reason you visit the hospital while pregnant, during the process of your antenatal classes or antenatal clinic, and your doctor tells you that you should prepare for a Caesarean section to save yourself and your baby, please heed to that instruction. No woman deserves to die while bringing a life to this world. So, pregnant women, I think that your major concern now, if you are currently pregnant and you've been hearing, you will give birth like a Hebrew woman, you will give birth naturally, Caesarean section is not your portion, you cast and bind, all these religious fanatics, religious advocates here and there. Please, your major concern now should be the safety of you and that's your unborn child. You should be thinking of having a safe delivery, no matter the method of delivery. Sometimes when I walk around in the hospital, I begin to thank God. Thank you for giving the scientists this wisdom and understanding to create out different methods to save the life of babies and mothers. And finally, God gave scientists and doctors this wisdom and knowledge to save the life of mothers and babies. And you decided that any other method of delivery offered to you apart from natural or vaginal delivery is not for you, simply because you believe that you're a Hebrew woman. Let me tell you something. If you die in the process of that your Hebrew woman, nobody cares. The next minute, everybody moves on. Even that your religious advocate, that evangelist or pastor or reverend that advise you that, hey, you must give birth like a Hebrew woman, they don't care. They move on. Nobody cares. So, advise yourself. If you are currently in this condition, thinking, oh, should I go on with this Caesarean section, or should I insist that I'll give birth like a Hebrew woman, when you know the dangers of giving birth or insisting on giving birth through the natural way or through your vagina?